In this video, we are going to solve a problem using Norton's theorem, which consists of lot of voltage sources and current sources. So let me take a problem. So here we are having a voltage source given by 10 volt divided by 2 ohm. Current source of 5 ampere, 2 ohm resistance, this is 1 ohm, one more 2 ohm resistance, battery of 5 volt, current source of 2 ampere and a resistance of 10 ohm. Objective is to get current flowing through 10 ohm resistance using Norton's theorem. Before applying Norton's theorem, we need to see certain things. The first thing, what is this notation? So it's actually a practical voltage source, meaning this 2 ohm is actually in series with this 10 volt battery. That is the first thing. Second thing, if I short circuit this at the time of finding out IN, I am getting so many loops 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So analysis will become bit difficult. So what we need to do? We have to reduce number of loops. How? If you see properly, I am having a current source parallel with a resistance which I can convert into a voltage source. So what will happen? This loop will go, only one branch will come. So I am reducing one loop. Secondly, same thing is applicable for this. A current source is coming in parallel with a resistance, can be converted into a voltage source. So yet another loop I can reduce. So let's apply all this and redraw the circuit. So actually this circuit is nothing but, so what I have done over here, 2 ohm will come in series with 10 volt battery. This is the first thing. Second, this is a current source which can be converted into equivalent voltage source, which will be 5 multiplied by 2, which is 10 volt. So I will redraw it. It will be like this. 10 volt come in series with 2 ohm. So this is a 2 ohm and equivalent voltage source will be like this, of the value 10 and resistance 2 ohm will come in series with it. Same thing is true for this. I will have a resistance which is 1 ohm will come in series with a voltage source. In this case, the voltage source will have the value 2 multiplied by 1, which is 2. So it will be like this. And remaining part of the circuit will be as it is. So I will have here battery of 2 volt and a resistance of 1 ohm. Here 2 ohm and battery 5 volt as it is, and this will be our RL through which we are supposed to find out a current. Now see the difference between this circuit and this circuit, which is equivalently same, but how many loops it will have? 1, 2, 3, which is easy to analyze against this. So that is a very important thing that we have discussed through this problem. So now it's very simple. Let's solve it by a normal procedure of Norton's theorem, where the first step is calculation of IN. What we need to do? We need to short circuit load resistance. In our case, it is 10 ohm. So I will get a circuit like this. I will mark these points A and B, through which we are supposed to find out a current, which we will denote it as IN. Here it's a voltage source of 10 volt, resistance is 2, here resistance is again a 2 ohm, voltage source of 10 volt, resistance is of 1 ohm with voltage source 2 volt, again 2 ohm resistance, this time voltage is 5. 3 loops, 3 loop currents I will mark. As per the current directions, I will get voltage drops like this. Now we are ready to apply KVL. So let's apply KVL to loop 1. I will start from this point. So it's minus 2I1, minus 2I1, plus 2I2, plus minus. So it's minus 10 and minus plus, plus 10 equal to 0, equation number 1. Before writing equation 1, I need to simplify it. So I can say it is minus 4I1 plus 2I2 equal to 0. So instead of considering this as an equation, I will consider this equation for solving I1, I2, I3. So I will mark it as equation Roman 1. Next, let's apply KVL to loop 2. So I will start from here, minus I2 minus plus, plus 2 plus minus, minus 2I2 minus plus, plus 2I3 minus plus, it's plus 5 minus plus, plus 10 plus minus, minus 2I2 minus plus, plus 2I1 equal to 0 can be considered as equation 2. But before considering this equation for analysis purpose, let's simplify it if it is possible. And here lot many terms are there, so definitely it will get simplified. So simplified version of this equation will be 2I1 minus 5I2 plus 2I3, 2 plus 5 plus 10 is 17 on this side. If I take the constant to other side, I will get minus 17. So this equation we should consider for solving I1, I2, I3. I will give number Roman 2. Similarly, I can apply KVL to loop 3. From here to here there is no element. The first element which is appearing is this, who is having a polarity plus minus. It is minus 5 plus minus, minus 2I3 minus plus, plus 2I2 equal to 0, equation 3, which will have a simplified version like this. 2I2 minus 2I3 minus 5 will go that side, becomes 5, equation 3 in Roman. So these 3 equations we have to consider for solution of I1, I2 and I3. So let's solve. So solving equations 1, 2 and 3, which are the simplified version of original equation, I will get I1 3 ampere, I2 6 ampere and I3 is 3.5 ampere. Now let's relate this I1, I2, I3 with IN. So it's very simple this time. IN is same as I3 and the direction is from A to B. So I will write Norton's current IN same as I3 equal to 3.5 ampere. Direction will be from A to B. Step number 1 is over. Step number 2, calculation of Rn. What we need to do? We need to open circuit or remove RL, which is 10 ohm in our case. Wherever current source is present, we need to replace by open circuit, and voltage source should be replaced by short circuit. So in a simplified version of our circuit, we are having all the voltage sources. So I will write here all voltage sources are short circuited. So if I consider the modification, I will get structure like this: 2 ohm resistance, one more 2 ohm resistance, this is 1 ohm, and finally one more 2 ohm resistance we will get, and we are supposed to remove RL, leaving behind open terminals A and B, across which we have to find out Norton's resistance Rn. So this circuit we have to solve using series parallel combinations. This 2 and this 2 will come in parallel. So equivalent is 2 multiplied by 2 divided by 2 plus 2. It is 4 by 4. The answer will be 1. So I can reduce these two resistance into one of value 1 ohm, which will come in series with this 1 ohm resistance. So here this is 1, this is also 1, 2 ohm, A and B terminals as it is. Rn we need to find out between A and B. So 1 and 1 in series. So 1 plus 1 I am getting 2 ohm, and ultimately this 2 ohm will come in parallel with the 2 ohm that is already present. So it will be like this: 2 parallel 2 between terminals A and B. So Rn I am getting as 2 parallel 2, 2 multiplied by 2 divided by 2 plus 2. So if I solve, I will get Rn as 1 ohm. So second step was very easy. Let's go to the third, represent Norton's equivalent circuit. Current source across which we have to draw a resistance. Current source here we are having of 3.5 ampere, and resistance across it is 1 ohm. These are the terminals A and B. So last step is calculation of IL. For this, we have to connect load resistance in the Norton's equivalent circuit. In our case, the load resistance have the value 10 ohm, because we are supposed to find out current flowing through that resistance. So we have to use current divider rule. So by current divider rule, I can say IL equal to Rn divided by Rn plus RL multiplied by In, equal to 1 divided by 1 plus 10 multiplied by 3.5. If I solve, I will get IL as 0.3182 ampere The direction I'll get over here is downward, which is A to B. So I can write here direction from A to B. So this is the end of yet another problem. In subsequent videos, we will solve numericals based on Norton's theorem. Thank you.